Hello, welcome to a new video. It's just after Christmas and we're thinking of the new year and planning ahead and all of that lovely stuff, and I thought I would share all of my notebooks. This is a complete notebooks for 2026, showing you what I'm going to be using. And I'm doing this because I saw a video like this once and I felt like it gave me permission to have a ton of notebooks. So this is for all you notebook lovers out there, and hopefully it might give you permission. Yes, you can have that other notebook for another reason. So here we go. They're all stacked up here in front of me. First of all, I hope you had a brilliant Christmas. I did. It was so lovely. We had our family over. My mum came over for Christmas, and then my sister and her family came over on Boxing Day. We had another few days. So we had a busy but lovely time. It was so lovely to see everyone properly, you know, for a decent amount of time and spend some time with everybody. It was really nice. So I hope you got to spend some of your Christmas with loved ones, and I hope you have a wonderful 2026. Now, without further ado, let's get into these notebooks. First of all, I've got my new bullet journal. Look, it's completely unwrapped. I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm excited to try this one. So last year I used Reticee, I think. Now, I've mentioned Reticee and Shoy as notebooks that I've been buying lately because you can buy them with numbered pages, particularly the lined ones, and those are quite difficult to find. But I'm noticing, and I'm not recommending them anymore because I am struggling with my pens writing. Sometimes I'm writing and suddenly it just sort of skips and the page feels completely smooth. It feels really good, but I've tried lots of different pens and it happens with all my pens, so I don't think it's my pen's fault. I think it is something wrong with the paper. So I've gone off that and I'm trying instead this one, Zen Art Supplies, and I'm going to give this one a go and I'll let you know what that's like. So that's going to be all my work planning book and a sort of overview. I've also got my 2026 page per day diary, and that's going to be my list for the day. That's where I do that and tick them off. And then this year I've got a yearly planner, and this is from Pumpkin Productivity from YouTuber Ruby Granger, and I'm really excited to fill this in. It was, yeah, very exciting to receive this the other day. So I'll show you how I'm planning on using this year as well. These will be going in a bag and going to bed with me every evening so I can do my evening planning and ticking off what I've done and all that sort of thing. I also have my diary. That's for my brain dumping and that sort of thing. I have my creative journal. This is where I record what I'm doing in my life. It's upside down. I haven't finished the cover yet. I've got another video about making this, I think. I can't remember now, but yes, sort of a bit more of a fancy book that this one will be all right for family to read if they are interested. Okay, this is my Instagram planning book. This is my research book for the topics that I'm starting to do video essays on for YouTube. Whilst we're on the subject of YouTube, this is my general YouTube planning book. This is my other YouTube planning book. This one is more for notes and things I might want to remember in the future. This is more just keeping track of things, keeping track of what video clips I have used or haven't used, planning what videos are coming up and that sort of thing. So when this book is full, it could actually go in the bin. It doesn't need to be kept, it's just for current planning. This is my current art planning book. This one is my book planning book. And this one, I've got to check, yeah, this is my Threads of a Fairy Tale book. This one is sort of a general book that is kind of like a commonplace book, but not really. It's sort of like, if I'm trying to find examples, so I've got my notes on my taxes in here. I've got research for holidays in here. I've got notes to remember dealing with social anxiety in here. I've got my Glastonbury lineup planning in here. So it's a sort of just general notebook really. And this one is my little black book that's going to help me out when I get stuck on everything. That is mainly tech related. So whenever Chris has to come up and help me with something, I'm trying to get him to slow down so I can write it down, so I can actually fix this myself. So for example, I've got when a website is acting weird. It could be an extension such as an ad blocker or the Pinterest thing. In brackets, Jackson wouldn't let me have the Pinterest thing. To get old video clips off old hard drives, you know, things like that to reference. So I've only just recently started this book and there are more things that I need to add to it. This is my creative writing book. It's actually anything. So sometimes if I'm trying to draft, I just find writing with a pen and paper so much easier than on the computer. So it's even got Instagram captions in here. It's got poems, it's got short stories. I've got words for the end of August vlogs. So if I'm writing anything, basically, this is the book I'm doing it in. And lastly, this is my home book. This has been going for years and years and years, but we are hopefully going to be doing some more homey renovation stuff this year. And this is just so useful to keep track of who you've contacted, suppliers, you know, homey renovation-y book. And there we are. I mean, Chris bought me this one. I don't know if it counts. He bought me this for Christmas, 1 line a day. Yeah, it probably does count as another notebook. So this is just a space to write a little bit each day, something to remember, something you noticed, something interesting that happened each day. So that is that. I mean, I'm sure there are more. I have on the shelves behind me. Oh my gosh, I've just seen that trolley is right there. I thought I'd got that out of shot. You'll have to excuse the mess. I've still got Christmas stuff. It's chaos. It's just chaos. Anything that we needed to create space elsewhere, in the living room, in the kitchen, it all just came in here. So it is a bit chaotic in here, so please excuse the mess. Oh, that's right, I was pointing at the shelves. Behind me I've got a bag, a tote bag with my other notebooks that are all related to my novel that I'm slowly writing. But that's going to be coming out a bit more this year. So there we are. Is that weird to have that many notebooks? Probably, but I find they help so much. I'm just looking at my shelf and there's a notebook there that I feel like I've missed. I'm sure there's others I've missed. Yeah, they do really help me try and focus. It helps me brain dump, so if I've got any ideas or I'm inspired by anything, I have to get it out of my head and onto the paper or I forget it. I have a rubbish memory, so everything needs to be written down or it just goes out of my head. And then I have to write a contents. Most of these books, have I done a contents for my creative writing book? Perhaps I ought to. No, I haven't done. That might help me keep track. Most of these books have numbered pages and I keep a contents page at the beginning, and that's really helpful to remind myself what I have been thinking about, and I can just reference that. I have to admit I'm not very good at keeping up with my contents pages. I am doing that right now actually whilst we're watching Lord of the Rings. I'm going through, yesterday I did my 2025 bullet journal, and this evening on film 3 I'm going to be doing my art book, because I feel like that needs a lot of organising, because I have a mix of art business notes, lots of notes from marketing Zooms from the membership I'm in, and that's mixed up with my thoughts about what I might want to paint next and all sorts of things, so that could do with a bit more organising. I was tempted to separate and start a marketing book. Do I need a new book just for art marketing? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Right, okay, I'll stop waffling on and let's plan my planner. Literally as soon as I stopped just then, I glanced down, I found another notebook. So this one is my art, what would you call it? It's for my art, and at the end of every painting I started off actually writing the whole process of every painting when I started taking the mastery program. Actually it might have been pre-mastery program, just when I was doing the art club competitions, and I make notes on what I think went well, anything that didn't work, any new surfaces, like if there's a new canvas board that wasn't as good as the others, I'm making notes in here of that sort of thing. And so sort of every painting has a sort of little review, if you like, and so that's this book. And that also helps me keep track of every painting. So it's got my painting title, the size, the surface, everything like that. And I try and keep track on how long each painting takes as well, so I can also make note of that just for future reference. Yeah, so that's another one I nearly forgot. Yeah, that's it for now. So I thought I would show you this if you are still in the market for a 2026 planner. This one is called My PA, and this is last year's. This is what I used last year, but let me just show you how thick it is. And it is heavy. It is really heavy. So in the end, this didn't join me in my in my evening go up to bed with me bag, because it was just too heavy to carry with my other notebooks. and yes, you can judge me if you like, I do take my notebooks up to bed with me. It's just something I have to do. I have to have them near me in case I need them. So this one I didn't get again. I might in the future. It was very business orientated. In fact, the first few pages are, you've got some pages about your life. I quite like filling some of this in, but some of it I didn't really feel I needed to do, at least not in here. So it's quite a good sort of review actually of your business. Gets you thinking, like, so these pages are what is your why? To do something so that, to something so that, which is quite good. Your vision, this sort of thing, big goals, more business questions. Describe your product or service in one sentence. What problem is your business trying to address? How is your product going to solve this problem? What prompts your customers to buy your product or service? Well, this is all blank because I was really focusing on my art last year, just developing my art practice. So the business side of things wasn't so relevant. This year perhaps might have been more relevant, but I just didn't want to go into this much detail here in a book that gets thrown away at the end of the year. This is the sort of thing I would write in my other notebooks where I could reference it in future years. I don't actually throw them away at the end of the year, but these are the books that will get thrown away eventually. So I mean, this includes what equipment and machinery do you need? Who are your suppliers and why did you choose them? It goes into a lot of detail here. Your pricing structure, what is the size and growth rate of your market? Do you see what I mean? Your competition, competitor name, strengths, weaknesses. So yeah, there's a lot there. Then you've got marketing plans, define your target audience. See, I've left a lot of this blank. How will you sell your product, services, social media marketing plan. I did fill some of that out. Again, it's about competitors. This is about blogging. This is about video marketing, podcasting, PR plan, contests. You know, so it goes into a lot of detail. Connections, people you know, your finance plan, profit and loss forecasts. See the detail it goes in. So I just thought I'd quickly show you in case this is the sort of thing that you might find useful. I did generally do a to-do list on my pages. I used the social media content planner. I did use particularly towards the end of the year when I was trying to do daily grid posts on Instagram. I found that quite helpful actually, though I completely ignored all the things and I just wrote across when I needed to. There were weekly reviews. I didn't want to do a weekly review. That's too much for me. I would be happy with just a monthly review. So at the end of the month, I used my weekly review pages to do a monthly review. And then I used the planning pages to actually just track what I did each day most of the time. There's a lot of blank pages, look. So that's why I'm hoping that this one will be just right. It seems just right to me, this yearly planner. Let's fill out some of this. So this planner isn't particularly aimed at businesses, and also Ruby Granger does an academic planner, which is obviously more about studying. This one is definitely more general, so there's nothing in here that is business related, and there's perhaps more that's a little more personal related. We've got morning habits and evening habits, and it's got go-to meals here, but it does have things like things I want to accomplish, things I want to do at some point in my life, I find all that sort of fun to fill out, really, I suppose, and along with hobbies and recommendations. I like this because I actually did this in one of my other notebooks, and this is really handy, particularly when you're watching YouTube and someone suddenly recommends something and you're like, oh, what can I write that to remember it? So that's perfect here. So you can write books, films, music, anything else, anything really, I suppose. So this is really good idea to have a recommendations page in here. I love the things I want to learn more about page. I'm looking forward to really delving into what I would like to learn more of. I'll keep going with my Italian. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but I'm learning Italian. To be read. I love having this space. We've also got books I've read. I love that. Resolutions, some planning pages. I love this library book log. I'll be honest, I don't use the library as often as I should. But that's inspiring me to go down and yeah, have another look. Use the actual daily planner as my social media planning mainly. Yeah, on these pages here we've got monthly overview, to-do list, key dates, main goals. So I don't see why I can't use these for my work planning. Main goals each week of the month, and then each day. I think this is designed to be your to-do list. I am instead going to use it as my tracker. So over on the right hand side of each day you've got events today, reminders, admin tasks. I might alter these slightly and make it about my marketing, planning, my Instagram, my YouTube, newsletters, all that sort of thing. At the back we've got more master to-do lists. Oh, you've got professional and personal. That's lovely, I'll put that in there. Got a little bit about common placing. I like that idea as well, to have a place where you can do that. You've got quotes, notes. This is where I'm going to do my tracking. Yeah, I think that's all to show you on that. I think this is going to be just the right thing. I mean, it's still quite chunky, but nowhere near as heavy as the PA planner that I used last year. Right, last thing to do is open up this, because later today I have just an art business planning Zoom with the Milan Art Institute. Can I do this with my fingernail? Do I need to find some scissors? Oh, I have some scissors here. Do I want to scratch the cover? There we go. Oh, satisfying. I decided to go from A5 to B5 last year and it was brilliant. I just loved having that extra space. It just was a bit more freeing. You didn't feel so confined. 120 GSM, so that should be fine. Thread bound, opens flat, dotted and ink proof, and numbered pages. It's the numbered pages that's so essential. I mean, I know you can go through and write your own numbers on the pages, but that's a pain. Let's do a quick ink test at the back. To be honest, I shouldn't have used this as my test. This is my Sailor fountain pen. Wonderful, works on every single kind of paper. It never lets me down. The others sometimes are too scratchy on some kind of paper. My pink pen. That is my scratchiest. I probably won't use that one. Oh, okay, you don't want to see all that. Let's leave that there. But I don't think there's any sign of any bleed through. You can sort of see through it, but not too badly. I've been waiting to film the opening of this notebook for ages. I love this colour. This is my blue. This is my favourite shade of blue. So I'll sort of start writing in. There'll be more space in here for my goals, my big rocks, you know, my big things that I want to achieve this year, all that sort of thing will go in there. So that's the end of this video. I know I got a bit rambly at the end there, sorry about that. I do love my notebooks, and you know what, there's something else I am desperate to do, and I've just seen it and I thought, oh no, perhaps this video is not ended yet. No, I don't think this video is ended yet, because I'm desperate to try out this. It's a heated gold foil pen that I can hopefully label all my books, label on the spine of my books so I know what's in what, possibly on the covers as well, on the front cover as well, and I'm really keen to try this. Yeah, I'm going to pop those clips in now, but I might not have time to do that today, so I might be a little bit out of order, but yeah, really excited to give this a go. I hope it works. Okay, I am starting with a very old one. This is my bullet journal from 2021 to obviously have a go first. I think silver would look nice on this colour. Okay, well I probably only need, this is how you do it. Very few instructions with this. I'm assuming the shiny bit goes down, face down. I have no idea if I'm doing this at the right sort of speed or pressure. Oh, that didn't work at all. That's just indented it. Did I do the wrong side then, do you think? Okay, let's try the other side. Maybe you do it that way. Shiny side up. Okay. Hopefully that's how it works. That's how it works. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh wow, that is cool. I am so happy about that. That's amazing. I wonder if I could use this on my art. Oh, this is a bit trickier doing the spine. Okay, I feel like my work has gone around the corner a bit. Oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And it's so sparkly. Wow, I love this. Okay, I'm gonna get a YouTube video on. Get to work. Going through all of my books. It's gonna take a while. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And now you can hype this video. Hopefully you can see a hype button, and that really helps out. That's specifically designed for smaller channels like mine. It shows YouTube that you would recommend this content to other people, and then hopefully YouTube will help us out and help keep this channel going. That would be lovely if you could do that. Yeah, let's see how many hypes we can get on this video. And I will see you again very soon. I hope you had a great new year. Do take care, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.